Hello everybody, Jose here. So guys, today we're going to do something different. I think it's podcast 44. I don't even know if it's podcast 44 because I don't remember. Here's the difference. Podcast 42. And the difference today is I'm going to go through this whole thing without any edits. I'm just going to go straight through and rock and roll. So I wrote down a list of everything I want to talk about today on our podcast. So this is, I don't even know what today is, but let's get started. So this is the list I wrote down for the past couple of weeks that I wanted to talk about for this podcast. And what I decided to do was just say, hey, you know what? This is who I am. I'm just going to I'm going to let you know, no edits, nothing, just raw. And I'm going to post it raw. And I don't even know what podcast it is. Usually I would be like, welcome to podcast number 42. Welcome to podcast number 43. Welcome to podcast number 41. And then I would just edit it. But now I don't even know because I think it might be podcast 42. So let's get started. This is, I think, our second podcast of the year. So, again, raw. We're just going to go straight down a list of everything I wrote. So last thing I wrote, maybe I should go back this way. We're just going to go top to bottom. Who cares? So let's get started. So it says, the first one says, I've stopped running this year. So I really have stopped running this year. For the past, we've been running, me and my dogs have been running for the past 4 years. And like this last 12 months, I had injury on my feet. I had injury in my hip. I had just a lot of issues with my body that prevented me from running. And then my one dog had got injured. She was limping for a while, so we started walking there. Then my other dog got injured. So it was like injury after injury after injury. And then we ran for a little bit because then my one dog left, and then I just had Loki. So we were running for some time. We were running all right. But I was still a little hurt. So we really, the miles this year are drastically down. That's all I want to say. And it's okay and then we got another dog, and we were running okay with that dog. So we kind of started to run again the past month or so. And then she got pregnant. So now we just haven't really been running. It's really been like a whole year that I haven't ran. And it's okay. I still have my little bicycle. And as a matter of fact, I've been exercising every day for like 8 months straight. We stream on Twitch, IG, and TikTok. So that's kind of cool. I feel like my body's changing. I'm 50 years old, so I'm feeling excited about that, about what can happen at 50. Trying to get the summertime body. So that's what's been happening with the running and the working out. So let's move on to the next thing. So David Meltzer, last week, his assistant called me. I looked on my phone, like, Dave Meltzer's assistant? Because I was on his TV show pitching my idea. So his assistant called me like, Jose, Dave would like to invite you out to his premiere. He has a television show, Road to Success, Road to Business. I forgot, but it's his second year. He invited me to come out to California, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Because if you know, I've been almost manifesting working with Dave Meltzer. It started when I started listening to him about a few years ago, 2-3 years ago on LinkedIn, after I found him through Gary Vaynerchuk. And I was like, oh, this guy's pretty cool because he brings a lot of metaphysical stuff into the business world. Stuff like Abraham Hicks, Wayne Dyer, people like that. Dr. Joe Dispenza. So when I heard that, I kind of was drawn to him. And then he had the pitch, and I pitched it, and I manifested that. Then I manifested we're still working with him. I manifested that we had a podcast. It's not a podcast. I joined his TikTok live, and I was able to go on his platform and just talk about food. So that was really good. And last week, 4 days ago, I was having a dream. I was sleeping and I was dreaming, and I walk into the kitchen in my dream. I'm in the kitchen. I walk in the kitchen in my dream. there's Dave Meltzer sitting right next to the stove as my mother is cooking food on the stove. And I'm like, what the fuck are you? I'm like, what? Why are you here, Dave? What's up? And I'm like, what's up, Dave? How are you? You know, because he's like a mentor. I follow him. He's very successful. He knows what he's talking about. So I was like, I just started talking to him, and I don't know what happened. The dream was over. But then yesterday, last night, I had another dream. This time I'm walking in it looked like some kind of like a conference, if you will, with speakers. And I see Dave Meltzer, another dude, and Gary Vaynerchuk, like out of the corner of my eye. I was like, oh, that's Gary V. He's with David V. And I'm like, and Dave's like, Jose. And I'm like, what the fuck, Dave? Oh, what's up, Dave? Like, I knew him. Like, he knew me and I knew him. And I was like, man, it's interesting. But that was fascinating. That was interesting how we had that. Oh, is this thing still recording? Okay, it's still recording. Because I don't get a chance to check it now. It's raw. And I thought that was interesting how we had those dreams. Again, guys, just trying to manifest stuff. All right, the next subject, starting to build a community. So on TikTok, I need to really start leveraging the TikTok. I know I've been talking about trying to leverage the TikTok, but I've really got to start trying to build more of a community. I got followers. I got people. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like I want to do more. I don't know. It's just something I got to build. I got to start building it. So the next thing it says, start to believe this law of attraction, start to really focus on aligning with source energy. So that's the next thing I've been doing. So I listen to Abraham Hicks. I've really listened to her for like, man, I don't think I listen to anybody else but her for like the past, maybe 24 months, 20 months, like literally every day. So she always talks about alignment. And I'm like, okay, well, if I did all this work and everything is in my vortex and everything's in my alignment, then I should just start chilling, because that's what she says. Just relax and only go forward when you have an inspired, thought. And then I was like, that's very interesting. Yeah, move forward, have an inspired thought. Because before I'm like, oh my God, I gotta fucking get this thing going. I'm tired. It's like 1 in the fucking morning. And I was like, I gotta get this hang. And I was always like, I was stressed out. I was stressed, like freaking trying to make content. And it was just, it's just, a lot of stress. And so Abraham Hicks saying, you just have to align, relax, breathe, and let it flow and receive. So I'm like, okay, I gotta fucking start receiving. So that's literally what I'm gonna start focusing on. Legit, like only thing I'm gonna focus on is trying to like get into alignment, because I put in the work. I think I'm at a point where I can, not that I'm gonna not do anything. It says stay there until you get some inspired action, something to inspire you to move forward. I forgot what she said. How she said inspired until inspired action comes to you. All right, let's move on to the next thing. Our content is beginning to change on our TikTok. So I think our content is starting to change, because at first I was just all about food, posting food. And I think I didn't start building, because again, you want to start building a community, people that know you, follow you, trust you. And so that's what I got to start doing, changing the content to start getting more into it. Also, another thing I noticed that I've been posting on TikTok for so fucking long, but I'm really starting to notice that it's like more of a timeline, more like, I got to blow my nose. Again, no edits. So this is like a timeline. I'm like, wow. So TikTok's a timeline, because I've got drafts from like a year ago, months ago, and I'll post that. It's like, oh, what was that? Like, it's cold out there. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is like, I've got to start getting into a flow state of understanding of the content, the timeline of the content. Like if I made a video today, like for example, I made a video of hummus and I had some crackers in there. So for example, I could post the hummus video, say, stay tuned for the cracker video, I'll be posting it soon. Whereas before I put the hummus and then maybe like 3 weeks later I put the cracker video. When actually I should put the hummus and then immediately the cracker video. or if a video pops, start making videos on that pop. Because before I would have videos that would pop, because I was like 20,000 views, 50,000 views, whatever, 60,000 views. It was like normal in a way. I was like, it's just like whatever. Because I don't know what I was thinking, but now I joined like this TikTok creator marketplace, and it seems like the views just like shot down big time. Like I remember there's one view I had like I didn't even get past like 500 views, and I have 160 something thousand followers. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm trying to get out of that whole thing. It's like, a lot of people say that. So I don't know if it's that or the content or both. Well, not really, because I was making content that was making more views before. So we'll see what happens. Again, changing the content, trying to get better, giving a timeline, starting to build a community. Speaking about timeline, there's a lot of people that, I don't even know how many people follow me because I don't really even pay attention to who fucking follows me. But I did notice that Elise Meyer, she has over 4.5 million followers, and another lady called Alexia Doggle, they follow me. She has over 2 million followers. And those are just the people that kind of noticed. I mean, I don't even know who else. Oh, I also, Tessa Conway, she has over 1 million followers. We've been friends for a long time. So these are people that follow me back. So it's interesting to just see, like, the people that follow you back. It's cool. It's cool. Because, again, it's almost like social currency. It's something I'm starting to see, like, it's social currency. So let's get going. I also was able to, speaking about social currency, I was able to secure a interview. I'm going to try and start a mini podcast. Now, this isn't my podcast for Beyond Food Market, but I want to start a podcast for TikTok called Beyond Food Market Presents Beyond the Food Podcast, where we talk about everything beyond food that's connected to food, with food, through food. And that's going to be our first podcast. And I reached out to Elizabeth Alfano, who I've been following for like over 2 years on LinkedIn. And she literally interviews a who's who of the plant-based world, of the food system. I mean, a lot of great people she's spoken to. So I reached out to her and said, hey, Elizabeth, could you be my first? She's like, yeah, I'd love to. So hopefully it's 3 questions, 3 minutes, 33 minutes long, 3 minutes, 33 seconds long, 3 questions. And we're going to see if we can knock this out with her. And see how it turns out. I'm really excited, looking forward to this. So I'll let you know how that goes. Hopefully she'll be getting back to me next week. All right, let's move on. So I remember, we talked about stressing out, freaking out. I think we talked about freaking out and stressing out, but Gary Vaynerchuk says, just keep posting. And that's all I do. Whenever I don't know what to do, I just keep posting. If I don't know what to do, post. Post a video. I don't care what it is, just post. You'll get better. And so our content, speaking about posting, our content is getting better. Companies repost my Instagram pictures and stories on their Instagram stories. Endangered species, Lotus Foods, hippies. I mean, a couple other brands that reposted my stories on their account. So that tells me my stories are worthy to be reposted. That means the content, the quality is good. So again, our content's getting better, our quality's getting better. Everything's improving just because I started posting. If I had never started posting, who knows where the fuck I would be? Like seriously, who knows where I would be right now if I never posted. So just start posting, guys. And so I think I talked about letting go of resistance and allowing it to come in. Abraham Hicks, alignment, got it. Also, we had our first influencer gig. I don't know if I let you know that on my last podcast, but Lotus Foods reached out to us and we got our first paid influencer gig. Haven't received the payment, but I'm hopeful to it. So that was exciting to get our first influencer gig. And let's talk about Dave Meltzer again. Dave Meltzer. He had tweeted something about forgiveness, that you should forgive others. And I responded like, man, sometimes it's hard because when you think about some of the things these people did, it kind of just brings me back down. And I think about that sometimes. And he said, you know what, Jose? He responded, he goes, you deserve forgiveness. And that was it. And I was like, damn. I responded back. I said, you're right. Thank you. And I was like, yeah, so guys, if you gotta let that shit go, even though people have done some bad stuff to you, just gotta let it go and move forward with your life. Forgive yourself because you deserve it. You're worthy. All right, and yeah, that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned, actually, that we deserve forgiveness. We can't stop beating up ourselves and hating ourselves and for the mistakes we made and what we allowed to happen. So that was very powerful for me. Helped me move forward a little bit. All right, so okay, getting better on social media, trying to leverage the platforms. Again, it's kind of cool because we're leveraging platforms. We got some cool gifts from Forger. Forger, I don't know if I told you last time. They sent me some free stuff, some swag. So that was great. And I think I'm going to start reaching out to athletes to see if they want to invest or partner with me on bringing food into underserved communities, because a lot of these athletes I noticed come from poor neighborhoods, poor communities. Maybe they might want to do something. So I'm going to reaching out to athletes and see what happens right now. Oh, wow. I guess that's the whole podcast then. I'm seeing Gary Vaynerchuk with his NFT project, and again, a beautiful blueprint that Gary's laying out for everybody to follow. Speaking about Gary Vaynerchuk laying stuff out to follow, he always talks about giving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cookbook. I know a lot of people try to, like, there's people making so much money on TikTok. It's like, I mean, legit, like, tens of thousands of dollars every month. And I'm like, God, a little piece of me wants to do that, but I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking Gary Vaynerchuk status. So give away everything. So first thing I'm going to do is make a meal plan, give it away. How to go gluten-free, give it away. How to go vegan, give it away. How to start, do videos on how to do it, give it away. Take it all. Because all that shit, it's going to come back. Yes, sir. In Gary V, I believe. So, what a beautiful blueprint he's put out for everybody and all of us. I'm very excited for that. And I think that's going to do it for our podcast. I want to lay down these things. I hope I covered everything. Moving forward, new content, new direction, getting a new understanding of TikTok, a new understanding of social media. It's taken me a long fucking time to even get to this point. And bro, I've been posting every fucking day. Every day. But you gotta keep posting. It's gonna take years. It don't take 30 days. Oof. It's gonna take a long time. That's okay. I'm in it for the long haul. So, speaking about this, I'm gonna start. I think I said last time, but I want to start making more videos of leveraging our ideas. So this is the prototype that I made at DePaul University's Idea Realization Lab. This is my prototype for our patent pending tap and go vending unit. So I'm gonna try and see if I can leverage on TikTok and get people to start help me build this. Maybe build 6 of them. And see if I can leverage a TikTok to ask any gas stations or corner stores if they want to be part of the pilot program, if they want to be a pilot program. Also, New York City Mayor has now making vegan food available for students. So maybe we want to go to New York and start something out in New York, because if they have the schools, maybe we go to the corner stores in the neighborhoods of the students. Who knows? Beyond Food Market, that's what Beyond Food Market is. That's what we're going to do. And that is our podcast, guys. Unedited. No edits. This is the real deal. This is me. Again, guys, I always say I don't know what I'm doing, but now I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say I'm going to align myself. I'm going to align myself into my inner being. And once I do that and let everything come in and receive it, everything should be good, guys. So if you've been following me for quite some time, we've been on this podcast for about 2 years, I think. And yeah, guys, you know what? Here I am. It's taken longer than I fucking thought. But it's all right. It's all right, guys. It's all right. The universe is going to take care of everything. My dog, speaking about the universe, my dog, Gila, she got babies. We had babies. I don't know if I let you guys know that. But she was pregnant, and she had babies like 2 days, a week ago. no, like 5 days ago. When she was getting, the baby was coming out, she bit my hand a couple times. But she has 4 buddies. We have 4 new puppies, 2 boys, 2 girls. Apollo, Venus, Aries, and Zeus. And Loki and Hela, the mom and dad. And I don't really know much about the Norse and Greek and Roman, all the other mythologies, but I just thought they were cool god names, and that's why I named them. So this is podcast number 42, 43, 44. Not quite sure. I'll post it on here, let you know what it is. And guys, thanks so much for watching me and joining me on this journey to see if we can make this a reality, to bring food into underserved communities of Chicago. And I guess I'll do a quick little pitch right here. My name is Jose Rojas, and my pitch is to bring food into underserved communities using our patent-pending cashless vending unit. So in Chicago alone, we have over 400,000 people living in food deserts. And we know that the outcome is poor health, a shorter lifespan. But retailers with healthy food options don't want to come into these areas because of inventory loss, risk to property, risk to personnel. And so I have a solution to that problem. It is called Beyond Food Market, and it's reinventing the corner store with healthy food options for food deserts. And here's how it works. We have a patent-pending vending unit that allows existing retailers to put healthy food options as well as some of the most purchased inventory or most stolen inventory into these secured boxes where they can actually make money 24/7 and all the while maintain their inventory from within the store. But after we go to these early retailers, we're going to start welcoming new retailers and bring in partner brands to create accessible food that has healthier choices for people living in food deserts using our tap and go vending unit. So our plan is to first start with stores that already exist, then introduce new retailers and partner brands, eventually expand beyond Chicago, and then potentially license our vending unit to brands across America or across the world. So together, let's go build healthy food access across the world. So guys, that is our pitch, and that is what Beyond Food Market is. It's my dream to bring healthy food to poor neighborhoods to help people live more enjoyable lives. Thanks for watching this podcast and listen to it wherever podcasts are found. Follow us on every social media platform. Thank you again, guys. Feeling grateful. Have a blessed day. Peace and love.